Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, we just want to take some time to welcome you to this beautiful family that we have here. If you are a returning subscriber, I will always be grateful to you guys for all the kind words that you always live in the comment section and the support and just for being with me on this beautiful journey to knowing Christ. Brothers and sisters, at the beginning of the year, I said that I wanted to start a series, and this series was titled Don't Abandon Hope, and this series was based on, or is based on, the story of Joseph the dreamer. Last time, the first video I did on this series was where we read about Joseph having dreams and sharing these dreams with his brothers, that he had dreams that his brothers were bowing down to him, and his brothers didn't like this. So what they did is, initially they had intended on killing him, but what happened is that they ended up selling him into slavery. So before I even go to the next part, today we're going to be in Genesis chapter 39. What I want to say is this. So when God revealed the dream to Joseph, I believe that's when God was showing Joseph that he has been marked for greatness. You know, I believe that when we are born, God has already ordained us, and he has already set his purpose over our life. But when he reveals it to us in this mortal life, I believe that's when he is showing us that you might not know, but you are marked for this in life. So I believe last time we got to the part where God himself revealed it to Joseph that you are marked for greatness. Now we go to chapter chapter 39, and in chapter 39 we find that Joseph is taken to Egypt, and he ends up being bought over by Pharaoh's official, that's Potiphar. Potiphar was the captain of the guards in Pharaoh's homestead, I would believe. So what happens is that if we go to chapter 39, I'm gonna read verses 2 to verse 6. It says, "The Lord was with Joseph, so that he prospered, and he lived in the house of his Egyptian master. When his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord gave him success in everything he did, Joseph found favor in his eyes and became his attendant. Potiphar put him in charge of his household, and he entrusted him to his care everything he owned. From the time he put him in charge of his household and all of that he owned, the Lord blessed the household of the Egyptian because of Joseph. The blessing of the Lord was on everything Potiphar had, both in the house and in the field. So Potiphar left everything he had in Joseph's care. With Joseph in charge, he did not concern himself with anything except the food he ate." The first thing I want to say, if we just stop here at verse 6, the first thing I want to say, brothers and sisters, when God has marked you for greatness, number one, he's going to preserve you. You see, we always say that our God is not a liar. When God has told you and given you a vision over your life, God will preserve you so that his vision comes true. Whatever happens, whether you are struck by illness, whether you are put in a war, whether enemies try and kill you, whether people try and connive against you, God will preserve you so that his prophecy and the vision he has over your life will come true. Remember, his brothers had intended to kill him, but one of the brothers had said, no, let's not kill him. That already changed the plan. And furthermore, they had wanted to throw him in the well, and the brother had wanted to come and save him. But what happens? He went somewhere, and when he comes back, he finds that his brothers have sold him into slavery. brothers and sisters, God's vision will come to pass, but how it comes to pass might be painful. How it comes to pass, he might take you through the furnace of fire. You might be sold into poverty. You might go through sickness. You might go through the most painful things in life. But what you need to understand, if you have been given a vision of God, if you have been given a prophecy over your life, if you have had a dream that God told you that this is the vision, this is what I declare your life is gonna be like, I want you to hold on to that dream. I want you to hold on to that prophecy. Whatever you are going through, keep telling yourself, my God is not a liar. Even if I'm going through this even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, as the prayer says, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I know that my God will preserve me so that the vision he has over my life will come true. Now, brothers and sisters, another thing I want to say to you, when God has marked you, his favor will chase you. His favor will chase you. Now, you need to realize something about favor chasing you. We always think that when people say God's favor will chase you, it means that everything will be perfect, and everything will just fall into place, and you will live this trialless life. Look at Joseph. Even in the chapter that we're going to read after this, he goes through things. He goes through painful things, but God's favor continues to chase him, such that whatever he touched became like gold. Whatever he touched, there was favor. Now, another thing that I want to say to you, brothers and sisters, some people will recognize the favor of God over your life. Some people will see that God is with you, that God is walking with you, that you have an entourage of 100 angels behind you. And what will they do? They will cling to you. They will make sure that you stay under their roof. Why? So that the favor of God may be with them. The reason why I'm saying this, brothers and sisters, in this world where a lot of us, people have this selfish tendency to think about themselves. Sometimes somebody will recognize the God in you. Sometimes people will recognize that God's favor is over your life. So what will they do? They will keep pressing you down. What will they do? They will keep you under their wing. Why? Because they want the favor that is coming from heaven and being poured down to you to fall within their wing. They want the favor that is coming straight from heaven and being poured down onto you to fall underneath their household. That is exactly what Potiphar did. Instead of saying, listen, I'm going to invest in you, even instead of saying, listen, I'm going to give you a piece of land, I want to be a shareholder. This is in modern day terms. He says, I'm going to keep you as a servant in my household. Why? Because I know where you go and what you touch, favor will be upon you. So I want you, brothers and sisters, to be cautious of that. Learn two things. Number one, just because you're going through trying times doesn't mean that God's favor is not upon you. Just because you're going through the furnaces of fire doesn't mean that God's favor is not upon you. Just because you are being thrown in wells and you are being sold to the darkest, the evil people in this world doesn't mean that God's favor is not upon you. God will continue to favor you, but he will, in the process of getting you to the vision and the prophecy over your life, he is going to put you through things. What you need to do is be like Joseph. Continue to serve and have faith in the Lord. Whatever you are going through, I want you to keep your eyes focused on that vision that the Lord has given you over your life. I want you to keep your eyes on that prophecy that has been given over your life. I want you to keep your eyes on that dream that the Lord has given you. And you say, because my God is not a liar, because my God is not a man such that he will change his mind and lie to me, I know that whatever he's doing for me and to me right now, I may not understand why he's making me go through it, but I know one day I will understand. I know that right now he is with me and he is just leading me towards my destiny. He's leading me towards the thing that he promised me over my life. And number two, I want you to be careful of those people who are going to try and use you for the gain. You know, sometimes some of you, God has told you that you're going to have a business and it's going to prosper, and because you don't have any faith and you think that you are inadequate, you are going to go and have somebody spot you and see you as somebody who is favored by the Lord. They are going to give you a contract that just makes them that favors them and not you. Be careful. Walk in the light that the Lord is shining over you. Walk in the vision that the Lord has given you, and be bold, because the favor is upon you. Everything you do will turn to gold. And some people in this world are so selfish that they will keep you pressed down so that you never get to realize that favor. They will keep you pressed down so that favor will only be profiting them. Just to extend on the fact that just because God's favor is over you doesn't mean that you will be without any trials in life. If we continue reading, we find out that Potiphar's wife then tries Joseph, tries to sleep with him, and Joseph says no. And then what happens is that Joseph runs away, and then this woman then goes and claims that Joseph defiled him. Then Joseph then is thrown in prison. This is then what happens when Joseph is thrown in prison. It says that, but while Joseph, I'm reading now from verse 20. It says, Joseph's master took him and put him in prison, the place where the king's prisoners were confined. But while Joseph was there in prison, the Lord was with him. He showed him kindness and granted him favor in the eyes of the prison ward. So the ward put Joseph in charge of all those held in the prison, and he was made responsible for all that was done there. The warden paid no attention to anything under Joseph's care. Because the Lord was with Joseph, he gave him success in whatever he did. Look at that. Again, not only has this guy gone through a situation where his brothers try and kill him and he's sold into slavery. Yeah, he now comes and he works under Potiphar in one of the elite people's houses. And we think, oh, there's hope. And another trial hits him. Now he is in prison. And what happens in prison? He is the warden sees that there is favor over this guy. There is favor over this guy. God's favor is shining upon him. And he puts him in charge of the prison. Brothers and sisters, there are things in your life that are working. You are so focused on God not giving you the final thing, on God not giving you that final thing, that you're not realizing the small little things where God is showing you, I am with you. I am walking with you. My favor is with you. They may seem like trivial things. They may seem like small things, but God is reminding you, you are marked. I marked you for greatness, and everything you are touching is turning to gold. But you are not realizing that these things are happening for you. You're not realizing that good things are happening for you because you are focusing on the end. You're focusing on the thing that God has not given you, that He is still preparing you for. You are saying, God, you keep on saying you're going to give me a house. You haven't given me a house. I keep going through all these other things. But you are not recognizing that in the process of you getting the vision or the prophecy and getting to it, God has been favoring you. God has been doing amazing little miracles and beautiful things for you. And because you are not seeing these things, you are missing it. Brothers and sisters, I want you to open your eyes today. I want you to recognize the favor of God over your life. I want you to go back to the time when you were told and God revealed to you that you are marked. When God gave you that dream, that prophecy, that vision, go back to that time and look at the things that have happened to you, things that may have nothing to do with the vision that He gave you over your life, and tell me if you are not favored by the Lord. Has the Lord not taken you out of such situations and circumstances that you wouldn't otherwise have gotten out of? Do you have situations that have happened in your life where you say the glory and grace of the Lord was over me? Brothers and sisters, do not be blinded by the fact that you're not there at the end. Do not miss the journey of what God is taking you through by focusing on the things that are not yet have not yet manifested. Everything is happening in divine timing. Everything is working according to God's plan. In the process of you going to the prophecy, God is gonna be taking you through things, and you need faith. You need to not abandon hope, and you better look at the small little things that He's doing in your life, so that they can carry you and they can be your anchor to get you to that final destination. Even though the world is forming weapons against you, God says they will not prosper. You see, what I like about that verse is that it says, the weapons will not prosper. Why does so this is saying to the weapons formed against you will not prosper, because it says that they will be formed. Spears will be thrown at you, but they will not kill you. So God is not saying that there will not be any weapons formed against you. They will be there, but they will not prosper. He will take you out of that well. He will change the mind of people who want to kill you. You will end up not being killed but being sold into slavery. But in that process, He is taking you exactly where you need to be. Brothers and sisters, don't abandon hope. Go and look in your life and find where God's favor is shining over your life. Go and look in your life and notice the times when God has been shining a glorious light over you. God's favor will chase you. God's favor will be over your life and everything you touch. I hope that you're not blinded by the things that haven't manifested in your life, by the visions that haven't come true, that you don't recognize the goodness of God in your life right now. I hope that this story strengthens you, and that in whatever that you're going through, you will remember that even through your trials, God is working. Even through your enemies, God is working. No matter what you're going through, God is always working. And whatever He's doing, He is taking you exactly to where you are meant to be. Because the steps of a righteous man are ordered. They're ordered by the Lord. Brothers and sisters, I hope you have a beautiful day. And that I hope that you will hold on to God's vision over your life, no matter what you're going through. All this I say in the name of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.